doesn't happen again. Has the okay. Good morning, class. So we begin with the question answers of the lesson. Now, the first question of selfless service is question number B1. How did people keep Swamiji engaged for 3 days and nights? Answer. People kept Swamiji engaged for 3 days and nights by asking him religious questions. Spelling of religious, Religious, religious questions. I quickly repeat. The people kept Swamiji engaged for 3 days and nights by asking him religious questions. Question number two. What did the poor man notice? Answer. The poor man noticed that Swamiji was constantly, Constantly, constantly talking, Talking, without taking any rest, food or water. I repeat, the poor man noticed that Swamiji was constantly talking without taking any rest, food or water. Question number B3. Why did Swamiji feel that God had himself appeared in front of him when he saw the cobbler? Answer. Please switch off your mic. Answer. Swamiji felt that God himself had appeared in front of him when he saw the cobbler because, I repeat, Swamiji felt that God himself had appeared in front of him, when he saw the cobbler because Swamiji was hungry and tired, was hungry and tired, and of all the people, and of all the people, only the poor cobbler was concerned that Swamiji had not eaten or had water since 3 days. This humane, Humane, this humane gesture by the cobbler was godlike for him. I quickly repeat the complete answer. Swamiji felt that God himself had appeared in front of him when he saw the cobbler because Swamiji was hungry and tired, and of all the people, only the poor cobbler was concerned that Swamiji had not eaten or had water since 3 days. So stop. The humane gesture by the cobbler was godlike for him. Question number 4. B4. What did the poor man think as he went back home? Answer. The cobbler was hesitant, Hesitant, was hesitant to offer food to Swamiji, because of his low caste. Full stop. On his way back home, Cobbler's eagerness to serve the monk, Cobbler's eagerness, Eagerness, eagerness to serve the monk overpowered, Powered, overpowered his fear and decided to get freshly made rotis for Swamiji and decided to get freshly, freshly made rotis for Swamiji. I quickly repeat, the cobbler was hesitant to offer food to Swamiji because of his low caste. On his way back home, Cobbler's eagerness to serve the monk overpowered his fear and decided to get freshly made rotis for Swamiji. Question number B5. After the selfless service the cobbler the cobbler, what did Swamiji think of himself? After the selfless answer, after the selfless service of the cobbler, Swamiji thought that in spite of being materially poor, Materially, materially poor and of low caste, comma, the poor man was noble and large-hearted. Full stop. His kindness and unselfish love brought tears to Swamiji's eyes. I quickly read out question number 5 again. Answer. After the selfless service of the cobbler, Swamiji thought that in spite of being materially poor and of low caste, the poor man was noble and large-hearted. His kindness and unselfish love brought tears to Swamiji's eyes. Question number B6. What was the main difference between the poor cobbler and the other disciples of Swami Vivekananda? How did they reveal their true nature to Swamiji? Answer. While Swamiji was eating roti given by the cobbler, comma, his disciples saw it and they were annoyed. 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 Full stop. This showed that the disciples, Disciples, that the disciples were arrogant, arrogant, and discriminated the poor man. Discriminated, Discriminated. Discriminated means bhedbhav and discriminated the poor man. Full stop. At the same time, Swamiji noticed the difference between the disciples and the poor man, whose humanity and large-hearted attitude had touched Swamiji deeply. Humanity, humanity. Large-hearted, largehearted. Attitude, attitude. Touched, touched. Deeply, deeply. I quickly read out answer 6. While Swamiji was eating rotis given by the cobbler, his disciples saw it and they were annoyed. Full stop. This showed that the disciples were arrogant and discriminated the poor man. Full stop. At the same time, Swamiji noticed the difference between the disciples and the poor man, comma, whose humanity and large-hearted attitude had touched Swamiji deeply. Coming to the reference to the context. First one, C1. Swamiji, my heart yearns to give you some rotis, but how can I? I have touched it. If you permit, I will bring you some coarse flour and dal, and you can prepare them as you please. Who said these words, and to whom? Why was the speaker hesitant in offering his food? What kind of person was the speaker? Answer C1A. The poor man in brackets cobbler said these words to Swamiji. C1B. The speaker was hesitant in offering his food because he belonged to the low caste. C1C. The speaker, in spite of being materially poor, materially poor, was noble and large-hearted. C2. Reference to context. You claim you are gentlemen and boast of your high birth, high caste. What is more shameful? You condemn this man for being a low caste. Can you overlook the humanity he has just shown and despise him without feeling ashamed? Question 2A. Who claimed to be gentlemen? B. When did the people condemn and why? Whom did the people condemn and why? C. What did the speaker teach the people? Answer C1. The disciples of Swamiji, who were arrogant and considered themselves superior, superior, comma, claimed to be gentlemen. I repeat, the disciples of Swamiji, who were arrogant and considered themselves superior, claimed to be gentlemen. C2B. They condemned the poor man as he was a cobbler and of a low birth, in brackets, low caste. C2C. Swamiji told them, it was shameful on the part of the gentleman of high caste, to have condemned the poor cobbler because of his low birth. Full stop. Swamiji was moved by the humanity that the poor man displayed. I quickly repeat, the disciples of Swamiji, who were arrogant and considered themselves superior, claimed to be gentlemen. C2B. They condemned the poor man as he was a cobbler and of low birth in brackets low caste. C2C. Swamiji told them it was shameful on the part of the gentleman of high caste to have condemned the poor cobbler because of his low birth. Swamiji was moved by the humanity that the poor man displayed. That's it. I hope everything was clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Radhika, Riddhika, don't take a snapshot ever again while I'm teaching. With this, we end the class. All of you can leave.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.